Hi everybody, I'm from Group 7. Okay, the topic given to me is local technology issues implications in educational institution. Technology playing a wonderful part in educational institutions. Within the field of educational management, the leadership and effectiveness use of technology can provide many benefits. Technology has a multitude of uses in such diverse areas as professional development, curriculum modifications, distance learnings, and teaching of skills necessary to have a successful career in our technological integrated world. Especially nowadays, friends, we can find that in this pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, we can find that for the students and the teachers, the technology playing a very great role, in teaching methods, even in schools, higher studies. For example, like universities, teaching institutions, everyone now depends on technology actually. When we see in these past 3 months, start from 18th of March, most of the curriculum activities carry out via technological role actually. When we see like even in lower level schools, for example, Sekolah Rendah, they also using technology as a media. As a media to communicate, for example, like Zoom, and Google Meet, and also like there are so many apps created just to teach the kids, by online studies. What I mean here is online studies. Basically, online studies depends on technologies. Without educational technology leaders acting as strong advocates, the field of education will be unable to successfully integrate technology into a school system, local school site, or classrooms. These technological leaders playing their part very well actually. For example, nowadays in the classrooms, we can see most of the technological items are there. For example, like projectors, laptops, tabs, smartphones, even a mirror. There is a small icon. Actually, it's not icon. Sorry, it's like pen drive actually. Just from our phone can be transit to what we call projectors. Easy to teach our kids. Most of the schools are using this. All this happens just because of these educational technology leaders. Their actions playing very good role. In order to reap the benefits of technology, there is need of expert individuals to assume leadership roles and promote technology for educational purposes. Even day by day, the technology is getting improved actually. So during this time, we need more people to promote, more people to teach. How to use the technology, how to get this technology into the people. Into the teaching methods. All this we need to do at this current situation. The nature and impact of effective educational management and leadership will be examined within a framework of educational technology, especially in regards to the integration of technology into a classroom or other learning environment. Over here, I didn't mean only classrooms actually. Even in universities, in most of the educational institutions, they have a framework of educational technology. Quality educational system should be strengthened with the development of information and communication technology. It's because, okay, for current situation, okay, the improvement of technology is getting higher and higher. So we need the transformational process, okay, to provide a quality, really a good quality educational system to our kids actually. Okay, more improvement in various aspects should be done in order to become more competitive and relevant the current needs. Okay, the current needs, people know already actually. Okay, currently what we need, what the people need, what the students needs. Okay, so the needs should be fulfilled by this kind of educational system actually, the educational system based on technological improvements. Okay, therefore excellent, effective and knowledgeable education institution leadership is important in determining the use of technology in educational institution management system and the implementation of teaching and learning. The change of development of ICT in education system of today could give advantages in assisting the educational managers such as school administrations like Guru Basa, headmistress, headmasters in making decisions, okay? Even teachers to make some decisions, adapting the school change and increasing the communications among the organization or in organization. Guys, actually, even now the PBD school based on evaluation, okay, PBD, what we call the school based evaluation, is a system that originates from the national education philosophy. It emphasizes on the development of holistic individual potential for excellence. It enables each school to evaluate their own abilities in order to optimum the strength and to improve on the weaknesses. Okay, even there are some weaknesses. Okay, so we have to evaluate. Okay, evaluate to know, to understand the weaknesses and to improve and to overcome all these weaknesses. Okay, the achievement of the school standard based on the school self evaluation by using CBE. Okay, CBE is classroom based evaluation is the instrument. The principal must plan, they must manage, they must implement, and also at the same time they have to monitor as well as review the implementation of school progress plan during the schooling or during the educational system running in even in a higher education institutions. Okay, so terms according to the working process, working flow charts, implementation, duration, and actions. Many educational institutions have begun to use LMS platform like Blackboard actually. That's down to an understanding of how data gleaned from LMS platforms can be used to better plan a student's educational journey and have been developing with Blackboard for close to 5 years now. This investment has been recognized by Blackboard with among the global Blackboard Catalyst Award winners for 3 consecutive years for professional development, leading change, and student success, and have continued to take steps to customize the platform to global needs. A key point is that blend learning gives educators a better understanding of how students are faring through real-time analytical. That has led to the early intervention actually, intervention and improve students' outcomes. So, as a conclusion, okay, technology playing a very important role to develop the educational in the educational system in every all education institution. Thank you.
Good morning to everybody. Now I'm going to present about my slides. First theory is about behaviorism. Behaviorism is a learning theory that only focuses on objectively observable behavior and discount any independent activities of the mind. Behavior theories define learning as nothing more than equation of new behavior based on environmental conditions. Basically, experiment by behaviorists identify conditioning as a universal learning process. There are two different types of conditioning, each yielding a different behavioral pattern. First, classical conditioning occurs when a natural reflex responds to the stimulus. We are biologically wired so that a certain stimulus will produce a specific response. One of the more common examples of classical conditioning in the educational environment is in situations where students exhibit irrational fears and anxieties like a fear of failure, fear of public speaking, and general school phobia. The second one is behavioral or operant conditioning. It is occurs when a response to a stimulus is reinforced. Basically, operant conditioning is a simple feedback system. If a reward or reinforcement follow the response to a stimulus, then the response become more probable in the future. For example, leading behaviorists by B.F. Skinner use reinforcement techniques to teach pigeon to dance and bowl a ball in mini LA. There have been many criticisms of behaviorism, including the following. Behaviorism does not account for all kinds of learning, since it disregards the activities of mind. Behaviorism does not explain some learning, such as the recognition of new language patterns by young children, for which there is no reinforcement mechanism. This theory is relatively simple to understand because it relies only on observable behavior and describes several universal laws of behavior. Its positive and negative reinforcement techniques can be very effective, such as in treatments for human disorder including autism, anxiety disorder, and antisocial behavior. Behaviorism is often used by teachers who reward or punish student behavior. The second theory is cognitivism. Cognitivism focuses on the mind, and more specifically, mental processes such as thinking, knowing, memory, and problem solving, with the goal of opening the black box of the human mind, the process of which is deemed valuable and necessary for learning to occur. Knowledge is approached as scheme construction, and learning is viewed as a change in the learner's scheme or the defining of prior knowledge. Cognitivism works under the assumption that students learn best when they are actively engaged and involved in the learning experience. When students are engaged, they are able to gain a deeper understanding of content and use their knowledge to problem solve and synthesize while creating concrete connection to aid in memory encoding. With the use of cognitive tools, students are able to interact with information as they shift the learning from a computer to learning with a computer. Robertson, Elliott, and Washington in year 2007, this difference is critical as students are being required to use computers as tools for problem solving and increasing rate. Teachers need to be sure that their use of computer in the classroom does not replace their impact of the lesson. Typically, teachers use computers as a remedial tools and not a teaching tools for a new concept and skill. Next theory is constructivism. Constructivism in education has roots in epistemology, which in philosophy is a theory of a knowledge, which is concerned with the logical categories of knowledge and its justificational basics. Epistemology also focuses on both the warranting of the subjective knowledge of a single knower and conventional knowledge. In constructivism, hence, it is recognized that the learner has prior knowledge and experience, which are often determined by their social and cultural environment. Learning is therefore done by students, constructing knowledge out of their experience, while the behaviors school of learning may help understand what students are doing. Educators also need to know what students are thinking and how they enrich what students are thinking. There are scholars who state the constructivist view emerged as a reaction to the so-called transmission model of education, including the realist philosophy that is based on following by multiple intelligent theories in education. The theory of multiple intelligence, in short, this theory states that each person has different ways of learning and different intelligence they use in their daily life, while some can learn very well in a linguistic based environment, reading and writing. Others are better taught through mathematical logic based learning. Still, others benefit most from body kinesthetic intelligence, learning by doing with the hands. Each person possesses his intelligence to an extent, but there is always a primary or more dominant intelligence. There are 9 several multiple intelligence. First is verbal linguistic intelligence, which is referring to linguistic, following by mathematical logical intelligence, which refer to mathematics, then musical intelligence, that showing their interest on music, following by visual spatial intelligence, bodily kinesthetic intelligence, interpersonal intelligence, intrapersonal intelligence, naturalist intelligence, associational intelligence. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.